Alright, this is the GMN MPS-R600 rotary surface grinder, serial number 8911. Okay.
Alright, fire it up. We'll go through some manual moves first and flip it back, and then we'll go into an auto cycle and let it clock down. I'll bring control up first. Next we can get Chuck going. Check that out. We got nothing now. Chuck on. There's Chuck. That's not bad. D-mag. There's D-mag. And then we've got spindle on, manual. No, I won't have it yet. It's auto cycle, manual. There we go. Now we're in manual. Spindle on, we should. And that's running. Can't see it, but it's running. We'll bring it down later on the auto cycle.
Okay.
And spindle brake, when I hit this, you still on me? Here we go. That brakes, that works. Next one up is fast, slow, table rotation. We're running that. There's our RPM meter. This is the pot. We're on this one now, number 1. So as I slow this pot down, you'll see the needle drop down to 5. And at 4 or 5, take a look at the table. See? Now I'm going to bring it back up to about 10 or 15. Let's take it all the way up to about maybe there, and there's your table. So that all works pretty good. Yep, kind of pull back and check that out. And slow picks up the second one. Off position parks it. It'll park now. Now it's ready for an auto cycle. Here's our slow. That's picking up pot number 2 here. Same thing, just picks up the other pot. This is the spark out mode right here for when it's sparking out. So that's good. We're going to put that off again, shut that off. There's our park position. Next one up is feed dial. We can feed up, feed down, and it'll clock too, even in the manual mode. It just won't trip automatically. So here's up. You can see it clocking. If you, we've already made our points, but we're making them all. But I can just keep going manual. That's that wheel up there moving now, Pete. I'm just going to leave it on for a minute. See, it's clocking. And that is feed up. All right. And we'll stop and feed down.
Hang on, let me come over to the...
Yeah, same thing. Feed down. Right there. And it's still clocking. This doesn't know though. This just keeps clocking one direction. In the auto cycle, that would reset itself at 0. And here's off again. And we'll just reset it now, because later that's where we're going to be for an auto cycle. And here's our water on, coolant, and we'll get that light with it if you can get both of these in here. Here's coolant, coolant on. We just don't have a system hooked up to it right now. And clamp, and that's just strictly for raising and lowering the column, but I'll do that manually right off the toggle. If I do this a couple times, I'm going to raise the whole column up hydraulically. Now, Pete, if you want to kind of swing around, and here's going up. You'll see me. You might see that in the background.
Yeah, that's good. Let's do it again.
I'm going to go up a little bit higher. I'll go up now a few times. That's all the way up. Now we got low and creep feed, lower creep feed, and lower full speed. I got both of them there. One more time. Back up. Okay, lower creep feed, which is slow, and lower full speed. There it is. There's the wheel. I can leave it anywhere because once I hit auto cycle, it's going to come down and go where it's supposed to go anyhow. So that's not a problem. All of these are all presets. I won't go through this. These are just for setting up the pots for the auto cycle. This is feed on, feed off, which is the motor we just seen. And this is manual auto, which is just these 2 right here. And we've got an over travel limit switch and a lube switch, and that's about it. So, having said that, all we do is put Chuck on, flip over to auto cycle, reset, which it already is, and all I need to do now is hit auto start. At that point, the spindle will come on, the table will start rotating, and it will start feeding down automatically. We are going down 10 1/100ths of a millimeter, or 10 thousandths, as you were in the thousands. We're going to go in the rough grind 10 1,000ths of a millimeter, and then fine grind 5 thousandths of a millimeter. And after that, it's going to spark out for about, that's about a 30-second spark out we've got on there. Then they'll both reverse and come on back out of there, and then shut itself off. So whenever you're ready, we'll do a couple.
Just to focus on the head?
Yeah, do one and then there, and one on, each cycle takes about maybe a minute. They're pretty fast.
All right.
I got it moving pretty quick.
I can switch back and forth through them.
Yeah, right. Here's, okay, so we're going to go auto start now. It'll drop down. There's one. Give it a second. There's our table and spindle on at the same time. And it's feeding down now. I don't know if you can see the wheel up there. I'll jack it up. I'll make my course a little bit stronger. And that's feeding automatically. There's the veneer up there. Each scale is 1/100th of a millimeter. Like that. Now the course is done. Now we're feeding fine. And that's it. Now we're dwelling. That's done feeding. We've gone to stage 2 for the speed on the chuck. We got our dwell light on. Our finished speed on. As soon as the spark out, yeah, these are done. We've reached, well, this one doesn't count. We're not using it. So we've coursed, we've fined, they're both happy. As soon as the spark out's done, that's what happens. So when the spark out finishes, a couple of things happen. This thing reverses out, resets itself, the head goes back up, spindle shuts off, it breaks, and the table stops. And then to simulate of taking a part off, I must do this, is demag the chuck. And after that's demagged, then I put it back on again, and we're right back into another auto cycle. Maybe you want to watch just the whole control now. I'm going to chuck, and we're ready for auto start again. And you'll be able to watch it clock on here. Auto start, the spindle will come on, and then the table simultaneously. You'll see it light up. There they go. There's our table speed right there. Spindle's on. We'll start feeding now, a little bit at a time. And that's all set up on these pots right here, which I've done before. So now we're going to feed up to 10. At 10, it'll reset itself to 0, and then fine feed. And at 5, it'll reset itself to 0 after the spark out time and go back up and park itself. There's one. Course is finished. Now we're going to count up for fine. Spark out. Okay, feed cycle is finished. Now we're just sparking out. Lower speed on the table, spark out time, a few seconds. It's going to reverse up out of there. Try and do them both ones from back there. You do one more quick cycle. You can see the whole thing happening. Control with the bat. Try and just get them both in from a distance now, and anybody watching this, they'll see what's happening. Demag, you take my part off. You see it all together that way. You get a better feel. All right, it's done demag. We'll chuck up the part. Hit auto start. Same cycle. Heads down. If you got them both in there, you'll see it all. Spindle and table. And the feed dial's going. We can give it a little bit faster feed. There we go. Might jump 2 numbers at a time now. Yeah, 2 to 4, see? We're pulsing it harder. course. And I'll find. That's good to have it both in one now. When we're done here, you'll see the whole thing zero out, spark out, and the whole thing will go up. First feed dial goes up, then the whole column goes up hydraulically. All right, we're done feeding. Spark out. Finish. Park. Demag, and we're done. And almost. Good. That's it.